Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to another vlog. It's 8:59. I took check-ins this morning. I do want to show you guys my check-ins. They weren't bad. 131.6 this morning. Front pose, back pose. So they're coming along. My core is tightening up well, which I'm very happy about. I made my coffee because I am so sleepy. I have not been sleeping good, and honestly, it's like a huge problem. I just have been very like, go, 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 that I'm not allowing myself to sleep enough, so I need to fix that. Today, I'm gonna be giving you all the glute secrets. And what I mean by that is basically how I transformed my glutes from last season to this season. And I'm gonna kind of cover a little bit of bases with just like chatting later on. I'm just gonna talk to you guys, tell you a little bit about my off season, what I did to progress so well, all that kind of stuff. But we're also gonna be doing a little bit of a vlog. So right now I'm gonna work, I'm gonna get some check-ins done, and then I'm going to get ready for the gym probably around like 11:30. We'll go shortly. I need to get my eyebrows done. They're really bad because I am gonna film a new Young LA try-on haul for the upcoming drop. So let's get to work. So I just finished my calls. I got my eyebrows done. Look at these things. So now I am getting ready to go to the gym. I need to eat. I'm trying to decide what the heck I want to eat today. If I have chicken, I might do chicken and rice. I am craving that right now. Am I? I'm not. I don't think I want chicken and rice. So here's how I track my food. I scan the barcode. I don't always do this because sometimes things are different. I'm looking for 40 grams of carbs. So I basically am gonna type in different amounts until I get the 40 grams of carbs, and it's 52 grams cream of rice. So I'm basically gonna make my cream of rice bowl, and then I will show you guys what it is. Look at our glorious bowl. Wow. This is so good. Basically, the preface of this video is how I doubled my glutes in size, right? So we're gonna chat a little bit. First thing, you have to eat a pre-workout meal. Think about driving a car, right? I always use this because it is so simply explained. How are you gonna drive a car with an empty gas tank? You can't. You're not gonna get very far. Sure, you might be able to get a couple miles, but you would get so much further if you fueled your car, aka if you ate food before the gym. Fuel your bodies. Food is not something to be afraid of. It is so nourishing. It gives you everything you need to be a happy, healthy, functional human. If you're feeding your body a bunch of processed garbage, yeah, sure, you could be worried about getting fat. But if you're eating nutrient-dense foods, there's no reason to be afraid of food. So step one of doubling your glutes, make sure you're eating. Eat, eat, eat. Stop starving yourself. Stop trying to be the skinniest, smallest version of yourself. Take up space and don't be afraid to do so. I seriously can't stand it, and I don't understand why women are so afraid to eat. I promise you, you are your own worst critic. You are beautiful inside and out, and you don't have to be the smallest version of yourself to feel beautiful. You don't have to be that person. You know why I started working out? To get a thigh gap. That's why I started working out, and to get abs, because I just got my heart broken by my high school ex, and all I wanted to do was be skinny and feel beautiful. But it was like the more muscle I put on, the more I was like, wait, this is feeling beautiful. I want to be strong. I want to lift heavy weight. I want to take up space in the gym. And I used to think that was so cringe, by the way, the whole take up space thing. But it's not, because it's true. Women are afraid to take up space. They're afraid to show themselves in the gym. They're afraid to just not be the smallest version of themselves. And when I have a daughter, I am going to make that girl eat. I'm going to make her not be afraid to be healthy and fuel her body and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, basically step one, eat before the gym. This is rough. Sometimes I just hate drinking pre. I feel like it also makes my face tingle. Oh my God, look. Oh. Leo's gonna do it. Leo's gonna do it. Come on. No. Dude, Leo's getting shit on right now. What's going on? Son is a bottom. He's literally a bottom. What is happening? So I'm going to not a new gym, like I've been here a few times, but I think I really like it. I think I want to start going here a little bit more. It's called Flex and Flow, and their equipment is just really good for certain exercises I want to do. So we're gonna go today and have a fucking awesome lift. I'm so excited. Hello. So I actually just got a membership here. I'm gonna go cancel my Optimum one. Honestly, I cannot wait until I can cancel Golds. I love it there, but it's so expensive. It's like $100 a month. But I'm gonna stretch and roll out right now, and then we will begin hitting glutes. The training, the juicy stuff that everyone wants to hear about. What the heck did I change from last year to this year? So I'm gonna be honest, I stopped training like a puss. Biggest thing is I became very intentional with my training. I figured a split that worked for me, and I kind of covered this at the end, but first of all, your split, right? You want to make sure your muscles are able to recover. If you're having 4 glute days a week and you have shitty workouts on all of those days because your glutes are always sore, they can't recover, they can't build, then what are you doing, right? You're not going to be able to have and utilize those glute days the way that you're supposed to if you're always sore. 2, are you being intentional with your workouts, right? I have 2 glute and ham days a week, but one is a little bit more glute focused and one is a little bit more ham focused. That allows me to kind of do different movements, first of all, and focus on a way where my body can recover, my muscles are actually getting, beaten up, but not in a way where it's going to be, debilitating. Another thing I started working on was intention, right? I figured out what exercises work for me. Where can I feel my glutes? And also, what can I work on? What exercises are really good that I'm not utilizing enough just because I don't want to do them? I don't like them, in quotes, you know what I mean? And one exercise so many people do not trust me on and they won't utilize is frogs. I know it's awkward. I know it's freaking weird, but it's such a good exercise. I put my 2 clients through it yesterday, and I promise that thing will grow your glutes. People ask how I double my glutes. Frogs. I did those 3 times a week, twice a week or 3 times. I always did it with abductions, and oh my goodness, it's so good. But where I was also going with that is find exercises and modify them to work for you. Reverse lunges, it was not my favorite exercise, let me tell you, but here is a modified reverse lunge that I do now, and it's literally all glute. I have my front foot more in front, have my knee over my heel, and I hinge back but also sink down so all that tension's in the tie-in, and I only use that back leg as a tripod. My old reverse lunges used to be way different. There was much more range of motion, a lot more just lack of tension, honestly. I modified it to fit my body, and that's what you have to do. Figure out a split that works for you, figure out what days you want to put an emphasis on certain muscle groups, and then find the exercise that works for you and be intentional. Do not train light though. You cannot train like Lorelei. I'm telling you, if you're doing 10 pounds on kickbacks, it's not gonna work. You have to train heavy, but be intentional and find out how to really structure your workout program to work for you as an individual. And that's what I focused on. Hello everyone, I just finished my lift. I'm so sweaty. I did my 10 minutes of cardio at the gym, but I'm gonna finish my other 30 at home because it's low-key been way too long since I've eaten my last meal, which just isn't good for like retaining muscle. So I feel like it's better if I go eat, and then if I finish my cardio tonight, or not tonight, but like after I eat. So I'm heading home now. I love you guys, I'm gonna drive home. I had a fantastic lift, it was so good. I hope you guys enjoyed the voiceover, but love you. I am recording check-ins right now. I'm like so happy my delts are leaning out. Okay, ignore me. But I'm answering check-ins for my girls. I pretty much send Loom videos, but I'm like a little circle on my girls' screens, and I basically just talk to them because I like my coaching to be very personable. So I'm finishing up check-in, and then I will probably go eat another meal. I had my post-workout meal, and I'm gonna eat again at like 5. So I'll show you guys that. Hello, everyone. It's later in the evening. I'm making my steak, so AKA my last meal of the day. Jam just got back from the gym. I'll show you guys my last meal, I guess, and then it's time for me to go to bed. I have had such a long day, but I'm so glad I've been consistent on YouTube. 2 uploads a week right now. So fun. In here we got my steak, avocado. I put in a little bit of my like honey mustard sauce, and then I just finished up my green beans. They're nice and toasty. So let's get into chatting. All right, so I'm eating dinner, right? I've had 5 nutrient-dense meals today. I had a good amount of calories, enough protein. So what is step number 3? Step number 3 is going to be your recovery. I see so many of my clients struggle with this. I see so many people struggle with this. And pretty much one of the biggest things that I think a lot of people lack is they don't prioritize their recovery. And you're probably like, okay, well, I can't afford body work, or my gym doesn't have a sauna. Your recovery starts with sleep, right? And I see a lot of people, they don't sleep well, they don't sleep enough, they scroll scroll on their phone, their sleep is not good. So I guess I'm gonna give you guys some tips that I use and I guess things that I do to really prioritize my sleep. So one thing is I fixed my sleep schedule. And I know that sounds really dumb, but truly when I wake up with the sun, AKA around like 7:30, 8 a.m., I just feel so much better. And James will argue that there's no difference. I personally feel that there's a difference. Some don't, some do, whatever. Another thing, I really have tried not to scroll on my phone before bed. Sometimes I do a Facebook Marketplace doom scroll, but other times I really just try not to scroll. I'll put my phone down and I'll just kind of, when I'm tired, I close my eyes because I will fall asleep so much faster than if I'm kind of like forcing myself to stay awake and staring at the light. Another thing, I recommended this to one of my clients and she actually said that it literally fixed her sleep. I now listen to like soothing noise, whether it's white noise. I personally don't like the static, but I listen to those like relaxing music songs. Hold on. Rain. Or I listen to this like stress relief playlist. The next thing is I do take Epsom salt baths. I do find that they help. Pretty much step 3 is recovery. Make sure you're sleeping, making sure you're allowing your muscles to actually recover, build. And if you are sore, do not train the muscle group that is sore. If you want to train glutes 4 days a week, but you're sore every day, do not do that. Having 2 really great glute sessions is better than having 4 mid ones, okay? Just make sure you're prioritizing yourself and your body. I'm coming out with an app, but I made like a whole module about overtraining and over-exercising because so many people will go hit legs 4 times a week, do an hour on the Stairmaster, and it's like you are literally just breaking down your muscle and your body and you're just not allowing yourself to recover at all. So prioritize that and I promise you'll see a lot more growth. I truly took this off season with fueling my body, making sure I was sleeping well, and also just finding a split that worked for me. That was pretty much my 3 biggest tips. The biggest one is obviously gonna be the training, eating, and then probably recovery. They're all equal, okay? I'm gonna eat my dinner. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment for more. Let me know if you guys have any video ideas that you really want to see. I'm trying to do more like theme type videos. If you would like to support me directly, you can use my code on YoungLA, Define, Hummus Fit, Accent Sledge, and Angel Competition Bikinis. That's all. Love you. Bye.